Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. In today's video we're going to be checking out, talking about and giving our thoughts on everything that got shown off at the LVO reveal show for Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Warhammer the Old World, Warhammer Horus Heresy and Black Library and more. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest of the Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Now today's video we are going to check out the LVO preview, all the reveals that happened at it. This happened roughly about 7 hours ago as I'm recording. We didn't do a live stream, it's pretty much in the middle of the day. It's school holidays over here, I've got my kiddies at that time. So just not practical a time to do a stream, but nonetheless we're going to look through, talk about all of them and what we think about the reveal show in general. And I will say straight from the get-go on a overall view, I think it was a pretty cool reveal show. Maybe not quite as good as last time, but there were some things I really liked, like how quickly it just got straight into everything, which was great. So let's get checking out the first of our previews, the Barrow Kingdom's Rise. Now this is a brand new Soulblight Gravelords update for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, with couple of new kits with, I mean they're new units but they're sort of replacements of old units. We have the Barrow Guard and Barrow Knights, replacing Graveguard and the Black Knight kits, so they're exactly the same. Although it does look like you're on 28mm bases by the looks of the Barrow card. And so this will be coming in a launch box with a new White King on Skeletal Steed. There's also a White Lord, I believe they said. You can build as either, which is really cool. Yeah, so White King on Skeletal Steed. And then they command the Armies of the Dead as well. You can build him as the alternate version. And White Lords, yeah. So White King and White Lords, which is really cool. Like, you know, just multi-level characters is something that is sort of reminiscent of fantasy times. We've not really seen this for anything outside of like Chaos and Stormcast. So it's nice to see these different levels of like similar heroes that'll provide something different. You know, one will be a pure leader, one's like more of a supporting cast character. But yeah, this is going to be a launch box that will come out, and you get a special cool Battle Tome cover here. All in all, I do like the new undead stuff. I don't know if we needed a new White King one, because didn't we get one last edition? Or no, it would have been late second, wouldn't it, when we got the last one? I'm forgetting. But it's a cool model. I'm not overly fond of the horse. I like the rider quite a lot. These Barrow Guard I really do dig. I think these are really cool. If it'll let me, oh yeah, it's doing me, making me do it this way now. Really cool. You know, they just look like updated Graveguard. It was stated they have the two weapon options, either the two-handed weapons or the sword and board. And then we've got the new Barrow Knights. I don't know whether I like the steeds on these. Yeah, I don't know whether I truly dig the new Black Knights. Maybe it might be the colour. Maybe I'm more used to the darker colour scheme. But not the biggest fan of the Black Knights. I like the Barrow Guard a lot more. And like I said, you got a cool special Battle Tome cover. But this is the thing that was amazing. The new Prince of Vordry. Which is just awesome, mounted upon his giant undead Draconith, which was actually like a Necromunda of sorts. So this Draconith tried to work with like Nagash and raise a bunch of the dead Draconith to serve Nagash, and Krondus and Karazar were like, nope, you can't do that. So really cool, we're getting like more into story there. This is just an amazing model. Prince Vordry, obviously, was someone who was cursed by Nagash to be tied to the Crimson Keep, and now the Crimson Keep's sort of not doing exactly what Nagash wanted it to do. And yeah, Shordmare, Lord of Revenants. And so, yeah, he has essentially tried to restore heaps of the Great Drakes that were slain by Kragmos and create an empire in opposition to the Princess Krondus and Karazai. Cool bit of light narrative, more to Karazai, but you can also build this alternate model here as well. This is just like the what do they call it? It is just a Revenant Draconith. And so what's really cool, they did mention, is that this will be able to be a regiment of renown for pretty much all the Death Army. So if you play a non-Soulblight Gravelord Death Army, you can have this model. We've got the new Vampire Lord as well on Nightmare Steed. This I dig, like this is really, really cool. I'm not too fond of the bald head. I do like the hair. I think that's probably my favourite. I love the little undead dudes on the base. And then we'll be getting a new Spearhead, which will be in addition to the current Spearhead we have, which will be really cool. Probably the only thing is, you know, the White King there didn't get an updated model. He's cool, but he is quite boxy compared to the rest of the range now. And this is the generic Soulblight Gravelords art, which once again is just, I don't know, they're not great, the Battle Tome covers this edition, I will say. Like the horse's head, the sword, the nightmare, the steed in general, the sword, like it's just boring in comparison to others we've had. We will be getting another Soulblight Gravelord story, Masters of Death. Now, this is actually a collection of former novels which contain Neferata Mortak of Blood, Neferata Dominion of Bones, and Dynasty of Monsters, together with 3 short stories, The Threshold, Obsidian, and The Dance of Skulls. So I have listened to all of those stories already, so not something I need to pick up. Dynasty of Monsters in particular is an absolutely amazing story. I think it's really, really good. But then we also got a big thing here to talk about on what is coming next. So now we know obviously the Auric War Clans, Gloomspite Gits, and Soulblight Gravelords coming along with the Path to Glory, Ravaged Coast. Keep an eye on the channel for Path to Glory. We will have Path to Glory content and a campaign coming very soon. And then we got told that Nighthorn and IDK are going to be next, which is awesome. And then we got shown this on the horizon. So straight away, like that's Khorne, KO, and a lot of people were thinking on what this could be, but this is Flesh Eater Courts. This wing is from a piece of art that is just plain and simply obvious as to what it is. And then we did get shown something else, which sort of looks like bull eyes. There's a couple of thoughts. Maybe it's the Chaos Dwarf Battle Tome that we've been thinking we're going to get for a while. Oh, I really dig that colour scheme on the White King there, much more than the one they've currently got. That's really cool. But in general, that's Age of Sigmar. I was pretty happy. I like that we've got a decent roadmap, and like I like that these little rumour bits are, you know, oh, we're not showing you what the book is, but it's plainly obvious what the book is. So we know, you know, from here there is 8. Was that, no, more than that. 3, 4, no, yeah, 8. 8 battle tomes we know we're going to get. Now we then went on to Black Library, which we got told a couple of things. First of all, Minka Lesk has got her little squad of doohickeys, the Hell's Laugh squad, which is cool. Obviously a new miniature for her, and then all her sort of like companions in her stories, really nice. I've not read too many of the Minka Lesk story. I need to get into them. I've heard some really good things about them. But more for me, Malineth the Witchblade. Elvin Assassin, former allies in the Order of Z, hot on her heels. And obviously she's got a story to come as well. Now, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with her in the story. Because obviously, spoiler alert, close your ears if you haven't read the Gotrek stories. She actually off camera dies, or like it's in Klein that she dies and saves Gotrek, so be interested to know where the stories will set. Is this after? Is this before? How did she get out of her little predicament? All that would be quite interesting. Old World is pretty simple. We're getting the Arcane Journal for the... what are they? High Elves. Completely forgot what they were called. A really cool box here, reminiscent of like one of the big old ones. 32 Spearmen, 32 Archers, 2 Tyranid Chariots, which can be built as Lion Chariots, Old Trace as well. A large amount of High Elves. It's going to be really good to sort of get your backbone. The Arcane Journal, 2 armies of infantry from the Thracian Warhost and the Sea Guard Garrison, alongside special characters, new units, and new magic items, which is really cool. They did say there'll be a lot of sort of new units that we've never seen before, which was nice. We've got the Lord of Thrace here. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because he's got the lion pelt on his shoulders. His shoulders look very boxy, but he's cool enough. Isha Ves, Sentinel of the Silent Isle. Obviously, that's one of the mages that sort of stops the giant vortex from taking over and smashing everything. We've got Alarian Reavers, which is nice. And so a new kit of them, which is heavily influenced by the Island of Blood kit we got. So actual new unit is cool. So obviously I don't think we've seen a new unit of anything since Bretonia, have we? Has anyone else? The dwarfs didn't get any actual new models, new unit models. Yeah, is this the first new unit we've seen since like the Knights of the Realm on foot? So cool nonetheless. Returning blasting kits, obviously, like the dragons, the phoenixes. Cool, the multi-hero boxes, exactly what I want to see. And the Lawmaster as well, one of my favourite models they ever did for High Elves. We've got Dragon Princes, Silver Helms, your Lords and Sea Guard, Phoenix Guard, all of that good stuff. Sword Masters, White Lions, Shadow Warriors, Sisters of Avalon, and then your Spearmen and Archers as well. Lord and Skycutter, Bolt Throwers, and your Chariot, so a bunch. And then obviously 3 classic metal kits are returning: the Handmaiden of the Ever Queen, Core Hill Linemane, and swooping in at a later date are the famed Great Eagles. I assume maybe they're going to come with a Wood Elf release, because we did get shown that Beastmen are next and Wood Elves will be last of the 9, and then they said there's also some things coming after that that they are not going to talk about yet. So that was really, really exciting. You know, the High Elf one is what we expect. It's called Core Hill. I've actually got one already painted up, so nice. Armies on Parade, they just did a whole thing, like sort of going over. It'll be back. You'll have solo entrants, young bloods, and team entries. So yeah, it'll be a much more simple sort of field this year. LVO, and we go into Necromunda. We got the sort of elite warriors of the Ash Waste Nomads, which is really cool, and have some cool rules when you're playing the Ash Waste. They can sort of dig underground. They're equipped entirely with combat weapons. There is not a shooting weapon option available to them. And you've got these cool little worms as well, and an upgrade sprue. Necromunda is something we're going to look at getting on the channel this year, so be really excited to see what we do. On top of that though, we did get this cool new fortified hub module, and a bunch of really cool destroyed Sector Imperialis terrain. Now, this was interesting. The Thanatar got revealed, obviously, for Horus Heresy, but it was really interesting because we didn't have Horus Heresy listed in the thing, so a lot of people were thinking this was AdMech for 40k, but it's not. It's for Horus Heresy. Plastic Thanatars, though, very, very welcome. I mean, can we just get these for 40k? Like, it'd be cool to do a Legio Cybernetica army. But cool nonetheless. You know, this was a little bit of a surprise than what it was. We then had another bit of Old World in this guy here for the Beasts of Chaos. Now, Kralmor is an interesting one. He's actually looking for like the thing that will become Morga again. He's actually going out there trying to get Morga, because at this time of point Morga has been slain, and so he's now trying to reinstate Morga as like this corruptor of the world, which is really, really cool. I dig the story, and yeah, like I said, we got the core factions of Beast Wood Elves, and then there's something here, and it doesn't show what it is, so who knows what that's going to be. Because we've got the 9, so what is faction number 10 going to be? Is it going to be Cathay? Which could be really cool. Is it going to be Chaos Dwarves? Is it going to be, I don't know, something? Are we going to actually see the Legends armies properly put in, now that we're retiring like 90% of the kits from Age of Sigmar anyway, so why don't you just put those kits back up for sale? You know, Old World should just have all the factions again. That's what it should be. We then get a Death Guard reveal of like the new character here, the Lord of Poxes. Pretty cool model, to be honest. I like him for a pretty standard sort of character. He's cool. I like the pose. I like the sword across his back. I like his old school plasma pistol. He's a nice little model. But so there was a few things talked about here, because before we get into the last reveal, obviously it is Emperor's Children, the last one we'll talk about and go through all of their stuff. But we know Eldaria coming, which I'm really excited for. Astra Militarum on the horizon as well. Emperor's Children on the horizon, but then they announced in the Emperor's Children one that we're going to see the demons of Slaanesh put into Emperor's Children, so we're going to get a very much a Age of Sigmar style, where the god armies are a mix of demons and mortals, and I would assume that's why we're seeing World Eater's Death Guard of Thousand Suns straight after, because that's what we're going to see. Now, we then got shown this as well on the horizon. So first thing I notice is that's Black Templars right there. That's a chain holding the axe and the cross and all that. That's Black Templars. That one's Chaos Knights, is it not? Yeah. Now this is interesting here because that's probably a Salamander. So we're going to see a Salamander supplement with maybe new Vulcan Hestan and all that. And this one here is Space Wolves, because you can see all the glyphs there, you can see the bits of wolf pelt. So yeah, we're going to have quite a bit of 40k on the horizon. I do like, once again, that, you know, they're clearly showing what we're getting without showing it, so we sort of know what the next, what's this, 10 books are going to be for 40k, which is really, really cool. But of course, lastly, we have the biggest reveal, which is the Emperor's Children. There'll be a novel coming out with the plastic fulcrum we've already seen. For me, the model of the day was the Lucius the Eternal, though. I think this is just stunning, this miniature. Love the tongue and the cracked face. So reminiscent of the old model, yet done so amazingly. The paint job on this, with like the vials at the back, is insane. Really, really cool model. Now, on top of Lucius though, we're going to have a couple of other characters as well. Noise Marines, so we've got the Lord Cacophonist. This here is the Lord's Exultant. Lord Cacophonist. We've got the new Noise Marines. I don't know about the colour scheme, I'll be honest. I don't know about the colour scheme. I think it's really dark for the Emperor's Children. We then have these guys who are sort of like a corrupted version of the Palatine Blades. And then we've got the more combat focused one. What are they called? Tormentors, which is like a assault version of your models. Cool stuff. See a bunch of them there. And this is the first wave of these glorious miniatures with Valiant and Tantalizing Champions of Slaanesh, which will give you a bunch. I'm pretty tempted to go pick this up, to be honest. I really dig a bunch of the models inside it. There's 2 Tormentors, 2 Noise Marines, and 1 of the Lords. Yeah, no, these are really, really cool. The Codex, still a bit bland, but it is better than the Age of Sigmar ones, I'll be honest. So yeah, what do we all think of everything we've seen at LVO? Because there was a ton showed off. I'm quite excited, mostly for the fact that we've seen a bunch of stuff for different games. We've got good roadmaps out on what's coming this year. That's the most exciting thing to me. I think for me, the miniature of the day, because obviously Fulgrim was revealed before this, has to be the printed war drive. The Undead Draconif kit is amazing. But other than that, I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on this, so let us know down in the comments. And so, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below, letting us know your thoughts on what it was we were talking about. If you'd like to, you can go join our Discord server, which is linked in the video's description, as are all the places you can help support the channel as well. Once again, thank you for joining. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey.